what we do here is go back.
Before we go any further in this relationship series, we need to have a little conversation about expectations and definitions. Alright, so if you got kids, stop up their ears by the time the beat drop. Come on. Study the Bible, not the sermon. The locksmith, and they call me that because knowledge is the key. The one and the only, the illustrious. Study the Bible, not the sermon. Praise the Lord for intuition and intuitiveness. Locksmith, I got the keys, baby. What's this? Oh no, it's the 5th day of the week. Hey yo, things that make you go, I am so thankful that everybody accepted my request to come check the video out. I'm glad y'all here. Everybody who received this through a notification, I'm glad y'all here. Everybody who stumbled and bumbled along to it, I'm glad y'all here. Right? Let's go on here. We're going to talk about the relationships because we're in a relationship series. This is 1.5. You got to catch me on Sunday for the relationship episodes. Make sure you check out the Ruth and Boaz series. Father's Day up till July the 9th. That's about 3 weeks, 4, I believe. But today, it's the 5th day of the week, things that make you go, And we're in the middle of a relationship series, so it's only right? And we want to talk about whores and harlots, husbands and dowries. So my first question is, what is the definition of a whore? And what is the definition of a harlot? Now, in the 21st century, United States of America, modern day English, we try to associate whores and harlots to be like prostitutes, right? A whore is somebody who gets paid. A harlot is somebody who gets paid. Prostitute is somebody who gets paid for sex, right? And the locksmith is here. Give you these jewels, give you this key. That's a little bit more than that, right? And we're going to see that today. We want to talk about men and wives. And we're going to talk about virgins and whores. I know I switched it up on you because I'm trying to keep you on your toes. You still with me? All right, come on. We're going to talk about all 4 of those in the same chapter. So let's get into these virgins and let's get into these whores. Go there, Mr. Reader. Genesis 34:1, bruh. When you get that, read that.
And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob,
yes, sir,
went out to see the daughters of the land.
Oh, hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. So, first things first. All right, we talking about virgins and whores. When we talk about virgins, of course, a virgin is a woman that's never slept with a man, right? But in this case, when we talking about virgins, we talking about grown women that are virgins, meaning women that are over 16, 14, 15, 16-year-olds that are virgins, right? Even at this time. So, when someone is a virgin, it's because they are chaste. They're trying to be righteous for one reason or another. So, the fact that Dinah is a virgin likely is because she's honoring her father, which is her head, or honoring God, which is her head. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And I would ask you a question right there before we even get into this thing about virgins and whores. What do you suppose she wants to go see the daughters of the land for? Yeah, that's serious, face. Because I'm just saying, in the 21st century, in 2017, we would call that kicking it. She wants to go kick it. And verse 1 make it sound like it's innocent, just like we try to make it sound like it's innocent, just because you're just going to kick it. And even though you ask what's kicking it mean, and nobody can really tell you what it means because it could mean anything. And I tell you that, according to what we're reading here, it's not a good thing. Because remember, this is Jacob and his 12 sons. These are the chosen people. What's she going to kick it with the people of the land for? It's kind of like the sisters in the church I go to, the church you go to, want to go kick it with the women of the land. I'm just saying what's going to happen when you go kick it with the women of the land. Because, you know, the women of the land are whores. Listen to me now. Believe me in a few minutes. The women of the land are bussers, and you want to go kick it with them. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me chill before I get in trouble, bro. Read verse 2.
And when Shechem, the son of Hamor the Hittite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her. and defiled her.
No doubt. And I say no doubt because that's what happened when you go kick it. You know what I'm saying? You go kick it with the daughters of the land. I just told you what they were. Right? Whether they do it every day, once a week, once a month, once a year. Or when they hit the right game, or when they see the right car, or right bling, or whatever. They still doing it, and you ain't. So when you go out there with them, guess who gonna see you? Everybody who know them. And when they see you, they be like, oh man, it's a brand new one. Oh man, she a bad. Oh, nah, bro. Hold on, bro. That's just a bad chick. Hold on. And taking and lie with her and defile her. People say that this is a story of rape, her being defiled. But no. No, sir. No, madam. We gonna study the Bible, not the sermon. And we gonna see if Dinah was in fact raped. Because we've already established that she went out to go kick it with the bussers of the land. Read.
And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob.
Oh, hold on. How you gonna rape somebody and then your soul cleave to her? That don't make sense, right? I mean, we reading the Bible of one of David's kids where the dude loved the girl and then after they had sex, he hated her. How you gonna hate her to rape her and then now you in love with her? Yeah, smells like bad judgment around here. Read.
And he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel.
Of course he did, right? Because he caught him one. He caught him an exotic one. And she was going. Read.
And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying,
What'd he say?
Get me this damsel to wife.
Uh-huh.
And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah his daughter.
Now check it out. He done raped the girl, you saying, and now he want to go get her to wife? And then he go tell his daddy, hey, go make her my wife after he raped her? That don't even make sense, man. Pops with him like, boy, you tripping. Slap, slap, slap. Get out of my face. That's because we Americans. We don't understand this. Right? Locksmith. Knowledge is the key. Read.
Now his sons were with his cattle in the field.
Okay.
And Jacob held his peace until they were come.
Absolutely not. You done raped my daughter. I'm going to hold my peace. No, I'm going to get my 12 sons and we taking y'all down. But of course, if you didn't actually rape her and you did something else, then I'm going to hold my peace till the sons get here and we're going to discuss it. Read it.
And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him.
And
the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel, in lying with Jacob's daughter.
Yeah.
Which thing ought not to be done.
And that's what we're talking about here. The folly in Israel because you lied with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. Right? Now, of course, be fruitful and multiply is the commandment. So we're not talking about the fact they had sex. We're talking about how they had sex. Because remember, she was out there with the buses. Read it though.
And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you, give her him to wife.
I mean, I swear I know things in ancient days was different, but that's just ridiculous. You gonna rape my daughter and then come back and beg me to let you marry her? That's just ridiculous, right? Of course it is, bro. I ain't gonna bring it up no more. Read, bro.
And make ye marriages with us. And give your daughters unto us.
Yeah.
And take our daughters unto you.
And
ye shall dwell with us.
Yeah.
And the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein.
Right? Because that's what we talking about, marriages. Spoiler alert, what really happened is that Hamor saw him a busser and ran through her. And after he hit her, he was like, man, I love this girl. Right? And then after he fell in love with her, then he told his daddy to go holler at Buddy and make her my wife. Not knowing that Buddy and them, it's a certain way you got to come at their daughters or else they not going to play with you. You know what that sound like? That actually sounds like America. This sounds like the shot right here. A girl from the suburbs somewhere, dainty place, come to the hood and she kicking it with the busters, maybe because she related to him. And you know what I'm saying? The young thugs see her and ride down on the next thing you know, the girl pregnant. And now everybody want to come in from her peoples and want to, you know what I mean? Whatever. Read.
And get you possessions therein.
Yeah.
And Shechem said unto her father
What'd he
and
say?
unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. Right?
Now, peep game right here, because he done had sex with the lady, now he begging to make her his wife. Now, in America, you would just go be like, hey, I want to do it, and if she want to do it, we're going to do it. We trying to ask for your blessing first. No. What we about to do here is going to separate virgins from whores. And a very perplexingly weird way. But you'll see it. Read it.
Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me.
Yeah.
But give me the damsel to wife.
Now I'm just saying, if you walk up on a woman and you say, hey, I got money, I want you, and you do what he just did, that woman might think you calling her a whore. Or if you catch a woman like, hey, I want to sleep with you, and then next day you wake up and you say, hey, I got money, here, be with me. You can't buy me. I ain't no hooker. I'm just saying, got our thinking twisted. Right? But here we got the dude, he done slept with the woman already, and now he begging her to be his wife. And matter of fact, why you begging? Hey, tell me the price, player. When was the last time a female's daddy got paid for her getting married? Read.
And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor, his father, deceitfully, and said, because he had defiled Dinah their sister. And
right. Go ahead.
He said unto them, we cannot do this thing to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. And
that's what we're talking about here. Reproach unto the God we serve. Right? She gave herself to one that was uncircumcised. Right? That's a reproach to Israel. Right? Because he's supposed to be her head, and how her head gonna be a pagan god, right?
But in this will we consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised.
Alright, hold on right there, because we're not gonna read every single verse. Make sure you read this whole thing for yourself. Right? So he listened to the sons of Jacob, and him and his son and everybody, the men of the city, all got circumcised. Right? Skip down to verse 25 and pick it up.
And it came to pass on the third day,
what happened?
When they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren,
what they do?
Took each man his sword, and came upon the city boldly, and slew all the males.
Right, so Simeon and Levi, right, her two brothers for the same mother, went and took down the whole city. Read.
And they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword.
I'm sure.
And took Dinah out of Shechem's house and went out.
Turn up, boy. Right? Not because he raped the girl, but because of another reason. Read.
The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and spoiled the city because they had defiled their sister. So again, because they had defiled their sister. Right? So they killed Buddy, not because he raped old girl. Stop trying to Tupac Buddy. Alright? He killed them because they defiled his sister, and he actually gonna tell us why in a second. Skip down to verse 30 and pick it up. And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi,
what'd he say?
Ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And I, being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house.
Whatever.
And they said,
what they say?
Should he deal with our sister as with an harlot?
Absolutely not. You crazy? Shout out to Simeon and Levi holding it down for their sister. That's how it's supposed to go down. You know what I'm saying? Deal with our sister after a harlot. Right? Because a harlot does not have to get paid to be a harlot. A harlot just got to go after the wrong head. Right? Her head is God. Her head is her father. Right? I'm sure her father didn't tell her to go and have sex with Buddy, right? Bet you her father didn't even tell her she could go kick it with the buses, right? I'm just saying, she did, and that's what happened, right? Deal with our sister after a harlot. So recap what we just learned in that last chapter. A harlot is a female that has sex not after due order. He didn't do it the right way. He was down to pay for it. He was down to take care of her. The brothers had to come get her out of his house. So she was there. It was on. He loved her, right? For the Americans that's watching, he loved her. Her brother still said, what? Shall he deal with our sister as a harlot? All right, now, moving right along. Go ahead and flip over to Deuteronomy chapter 22. And now we're going to talk about these men and wives, and we're going to learn about virgins and whores. Okay? We just found out about the harlots. And now we're going to get into this one, Deuteronomy 22. Let's pick it up at verse 13. Bro, read something.
If any man take a wife, and go in unto her, and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say... Hold
on. Wait. A man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her. Like, what's that even mean, locksmith? Yeah, exactly. Because the fact that you hate her like, ugh, you fat and ugly. Like, nah. That's not what we talking about hating her. Right? Because why would you hate her after you went in onto her, right? What could you possibly hate just because you went in onto her? It's only one thing that you could hate. You could hate the fact that she's not a virgin. That you thought she was a virgin and you ended up with a harlot. Or a whore. Right? And that's why you would hate her. Right? Because we're not supposed to go into deal with harlots or whores, right? This is Israel. You're not supposed to rock folly. You know what happened to Dinah back in the day. Right? So, if you got you a woman, you go in unto her, and then you find out she ain't no virgin no more, so you hate her. Pick that back up at verse 14, bro. Come on.
And give occasions of speech against her.
Yeah.
And bring up an evil name upon her. And say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. Right,
so that's what we talking about here. We talking about a woman that is not a virgin. That's why he hate her. Right? Why else would you ever hate a woman, right? Turn up, bruh. Read.
Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity.
Absolutely.
Unto the elders of the city in the gate.
That's right. If you don't know what the tokens of the virginity is, go ask your mama them. Read, bruh.
And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders,
what are you gonna say?
I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her.
Right? Because these are euphemisms here, right? Go ahead and throw a definition of euphemism, right? This is another way of saying this dude took my daughter and trying to act like she ain't no virgin. Like I'm a sucker MC over here. Like I ain't righteously holding it down with my chillins. Read.
And lo, he hath given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid.
Yeah.
And yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity.
Right here on the sheets, man, for everybody in the whole world to see. And women be ashamed of stuff now. What you ashamed of, woman? Read, bruh.
And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city.
Yes.
And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him. And they shall...
Hey, go ahead, read, bruh. Come on.
And they shall amerce him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel.
Why?
Because he hath brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel.
Go ahead, bro, read.
And she shall be his wife.
Yeah.
He may not put her away all his days.
Turn up for the lady who really was a virgin. Now, try to understand everything we just read there, right? This is talking about divorce. This is your only case for divorce in the Bible, right? Remember Jesus said it wasn't so from the beginning, right? And he let you do it for fornication, but that's another deep story. But for right now, this is your only case where you get to divorce. It's because you thought she was a virgin and she wasn't. And if it's come to find out that she really was a virgin because it came to show the elders of the city and you on folly, first you're going to get chastised, and then you're going to have to come off 100 shekels of silver. What you doing that for? Because you got to pay for the woman. You're going to pay for the virgin of Israel. You're going to pay for the damsel. You're going to pay for your wife. Not to be confused with paying for a whore. Read verse 20.
But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel,
then what?
Then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house,
and
the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she die.
Yikes.
Because she hath wrought folly in Israel.
Absolutely.
To play the whore in her father's house.
Ooh, look at that again. We talking about whores now. Right before we was talking about harlots, now we talking about whores. You played the whore in Israel. It don't say nothing about her getting paid. She played the whore in Israel. Why? Because she wasn't a virgin when she got married. Right? That's how you don't do divorce. Is everybody stays a virgin. Then, when somebody's not a virgin, folly in Israel. Right? Bury them under a pile of stones. Right? I'm just saying. We reading the book, y'all. Stop looking at me like that through the camera. Read.
So shalt thou put evil away from among you. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die.
Of course.
Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
Well, that's how you put evil away, right? That's what the Lord say. I ain't got no other comments. Further read.
If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband.
Hold on. a damsel that is a virgin. So we got it after due order. She's a virgin, and she is betrothed to a husband. So people try to say that betrothed means that you promised in marriage, and that is what it means. But how is he called the husband already if they're not married? You just promised. Sounds like this marriage thing might be deeper than you think too, huh? Read it though.
And a man find her in the city and lie with her.
Yeah.
Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city.
Hey, matter of fact, nah, we don't want to read that. We just wanted to catch that about betrothal, right? I snuck marriage in on y'all. We was just supposed to be talking about husbands and whores, right? I snuck that in on y'all. That jewel is for free. Betrothed, you don't have to have sex with them. All you got to do is have a covenant and be promised. And then that means you mines. Study the Bible, not the sermon. The relationship series keeps rolling on and on and on. Yo, we just learned about husbands, harlots, and whores. And we even learned about betrothal and what goes down, what's the difference, what's really good with it. Yo, I am the locksmith. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notifications bell, like, comment, subscribe, and share this. We need to get this word out on the relationship tips, especially if your skin matches mine. And even if it don't, in America, this Babylon, bro, we got it all messed up, bro. This is 1.5. We definitely gonna have to do a part 2 to this. Probably 1.99. Check the channel for 1.99 and we gonna finish this. Study the Bible, not the sermon. 1.